Justin Wallace leads off for Menlo College, and he swings at the first pitch and bloops one into shallow center field. Ryan Culp comes on, and he makes the catch for the first out. So Leo Soto, the starting pitcher for San Diego Christian, he goes one pitch, one out to begin the ball game. Rest of the Menlo College lineup behind Justin Wallace, who makes a quick hello and goodbye. Nick Adgar bats second, Joe Gillette third, Mason Allen fourth. Justin Bruce will hit fifth, Alexander Thompson will bat sixth. Donnie Bendo back in the lineup again, he'll hit seven, Bryce Foster 8, and Steven Chipman 9, with Karsten Lee doing the pitching, not the hitting today. Against Leo Soto, first pitch, I think that was a changeup that misses just a touch outside to Nick Adgar. 1 ball and no strike. Leo Soto is 5'8" and 170 pounds, but he's a no-nonsense guy on the mound. As Adgar lines one into left center field, it gets down for a base hit. Rounding first base is Adgar. He takes an ambitious turn. He was ready to look for two, but Culp got to the ball quickly, so Adgar holds up at first base with the single. Defensive alignment for the Hawks. In the outfield, left to right, Pedretti, Culp, and Schindel. Left side of the infield, Barnes and Morales, with Yasuda and Larson on the right side of the infield. And behind the dish is Bobby Meade doing the catching for Leo Soto. He likes to work quickly, and he's not afraid to throw the fastball, even though he doesn't have the greatest velocity, but he still will go inside, outside, and use a pretty good changeup as well. And a curveball, and that one is grounded sharply just wide of the bag at third by Joe Gillette. And so right away you can see that Leo Soto is going to hope that the Oaks put the ball in play. It's just a matter of the defense behind him doing their job. He does have 16 strikeouts on the season in 19 innings tossed so far, does Leo Soto. This is the 7th time that he has appeared on the mound for San Diego Christian. But he wants to go quick outs so he can go deeper into this ball game. That's a slider, and that's a called strike down around the kneecap, so it's 0-2. And already, just 3 batters into this game, we've seen 4 different pitches from Leo Soto. Fastball, changeup, curveball, and slider. The slider with more horizontal movement as opposed to vertical up and down. 0-2 pitch is another slider. That one misses down and in towards the back foot of Joe Gillette. They count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gillette had a solo home run in the first inning of yesterday's series opener. His 6th home run of the season, and Gillette this season, the average currently for him is at .341. 6 homers, 24 RBIs, but he swings and misses at a changeup down low. That fooled everybody, and that's the first strikeout of the game for Leo Soto. 2nd out recorded, and Mason Allen makes his way towards the dish. Some more of the numbers for Soto on the season. And this is his 4th start overall. He's 0-1 with a 4.74 ERA. He's only thrown 19 innings this year. 16 hits allowed, just 6 walks, and a .216 opponent's batting average. First pitch, Allen swings at it and pops it up over to right field. Schindel is moving back, drifts and makes the catch, and that's an 8-pitch first inning for Leo Soto. We're on to the second, 2-0. The Hawks lead after 1. Justin Bruce is up for Menlo College in the bottom of the second inning, and Bruce takes a fastball outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Bruce, Thompson, and Bendo, the 3 scheduled hitters for Menlo College. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's a changeup that floats down and away. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes on Justin Bruce. Called strike to Bruce. Count goes to 2-1. Bruce, the first baseman for Menlo College here today. And the pitch misses down and in. The count to 3-1. Bruce has been all over the place in this Menlo College lineup. 3-1 is a called strike. And it goes to 3-2. He's found a home in the 5 spot in the batting order, and he's also found a home, one of the aces in this Menlo College rotation. 3-2 pitch is down and away, ball 4, so he works a leadoff walk. I've been very impressed with what he has done on the mound this season. Probably more so than anything else. I mean, the way he's been able to just go out there and compete on a daily basis, it really doesn't matter who he's facing or what kind of stuff he has on any particular day. He will go out there, he will use all of his pitches, and he's just going to go right after you. A no-nonsense kind of guy, as Alexander Thompson is up. And the first pitch by Leo Soto misses down low, 1 ball, no strikes. And yesterday's outing was a perfect example of that. He went 7 innings in a complete game. 4 hits allowed, 2 runs. They came on a home run in the 6th. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 6, and probably the most important aspect of the whole thing, he only needed 80 pitches. Soto delivers a 1-0. That's down low and smothered by Bobby Meade. The count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. It was just an impressive outing all around for Justin Bruce, and he got the average up on the offensive side to 254. So things starting to turn around for JB, and what was a very impressive showing yesterday offensively and on the mound. Fastball catches the outside corner to Thompson. 2-1 the count. Haven't seen much of Thompson here as of late. This is his 14th start of the season, but he's got a good average, 383 on the year. 1 home run and 7 RBIs. He homered in that William Jessup series last weekend, in the doubleheader on Saturday. 2-1 pitch. Bruce bluffs the ball off the end of the bat into left center field. Going back is Culp. He's got a beat, makes the catch. Justin Bruce was all the way up near second base, trailing to make sure that ball was caught, and he has to find a way back to first base. So Thompson retired, 1 away, and now Donnie Bendo makes his way to the dish. And Bendo came in yesterday as a replacement for Eric Whitfield after Whitfield had just 1 at-bat. And he made good on everything he was given. Had 5 at-bats on the day, and he picked up a couple of hits. Kick in the first pitch by Soto is a fastball that misses high. So Bendo is now 4 for 8 this season. 3 of his hits have come with runners in scoring position as well. He's 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Not the case here, but he's done very well when the situation allows. Throw over to first base. Bruce dives back. He's just in there ahead. A good move by Leo Soto. Left-handers always known for having those crafty deliveries. And crafty throws over to first base. You can do so many different things. You can do the quick step off and throw in one motion. You can angle your foot towards home a little bit, but throw to first base as a curveball flutters high. 2 balls and no strikes to Bendo. You have a 45-degree angle with your lead foot in making a throw either over towards first base or towards the plate. If you break the 45-degree plane, you must deliver home. 2-0 pitch is a fastball that misses down and away. Bendo's ahead 3-0 with Bryce Foster on deck. If you stay within the 45 degrees, you can make a throw over to first base, and that's what looks deceptive because you're a left-handed pitcher. You can kick and make it look like your body's falling towards the plate, but then you go over to first base instead. 3-0 is a 2-seam fastball on the outside corner to make it 3-1. That's why you don't see as many runners steal bases on left-handers, and if you do, you have to go on first move, and you have to hope that the pitcher is not paying much attention to you over there at the bag. Soto delivers a fastball that misses inside to Donnie Bendo, and he works a walk. So 2 walks in this inning for Menlo College, and Bryce Foster enthusiastically will scamper to home plate. Foster batting in the 8th spot in the Menlo College lineup, and that's a valuable commodity to have in the 8th spot of your lineup. 3 home runs, 18 RBIs, and a .323 average for the Oaks shortstop. And he's got an RBI chance here as the Oaks look to get on the board. They're down 4-0, bottom of the 2nd. First pitch by Soto, grounded to the left side, fielded by Barnes, goes to second for 1. Yasuda can't field it, so then he throws to third base. It was cut off by Caden Barnes. Fielder's choice, and the Oaks will have runners at the corners. Justin Bruce did not get a quick break towards third, and that was probably the right call because he didn't want to run into an out. He could have been tagged by Caden Barnes, so he had a late break towards third, which then allowed Yasuda to throw over to third base after he realized he couldn't field the ball cleanly and throw back to first. Fortunately, the ball was cut off by Caden Barnes, and Steven Chipman is up, and the first pitch flutters high. So retired is Donnie Bendo on the 5-4 fielder's choice for out number 2. Bruce is on third, Foster is on first, and Steven Chipman is up. He's just 2 for 22 this season. One of his 2 hits, though, with runners in scoring position. He has a couple of RBIs this season, picked up one yesterday. The pitch misses down and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Had an RBI fielder's choice in game number 1 yesterday. Saw the start in game 2. He's in for John Velasco, who is out with an illness. 2-0 pitch is at the bottom of the strike zone on the outside corner, and all Chipman can do is watch that one. Count 2-1. Certainly it hurts to have your usual leadoff hitter out in John Velasco, but you just slide Justin Wallace up and you put Chipman in, who's a very good defensive second baseman. Let's see if he can get the bat going here. 2-1. Stays high, and the count goes to 3-1. Oaks do not have a base hit in this inning, though they have 2 runners aboard. They've been the beneficiaries of 2 free passes so far, 1 to Bruce and 1 to Bendo. But right now it's Bruce on third, Foster on first, 4-0 Hawks. Bottom of the 2nd, Soto delivers a 3-1 to Chipman. It's down low, and it's ball 4. Third walk of the inning issued by Leo Soto. And the Oaks will turn to Justin Wallace to try to bust this thing open as time is called. And Mike Spears, I beg your pardon, he will go out to the mound. He's the assistant coach for the Hawks. He's the pitching coach. So a big spot here for Justin Wallace. This is his 18th start of the season. He has an 18-game hitting streak. Virtually every game he has played in this season, he has gotten a base hit. All but 1 game so far this year, he has gotten a base hit in and flew out to center field and is only at bat. I'm sure the Oaks and all their fans and all their players and all their coaches, they would love for him to extend that hitting streak right now. Wouldn't mind seeing him with a 19-game hitting streak and a couple of RBIs on the total. Soto will go out of the windup. Here's the first pitch. It's a called strike again, just at the bottom of the kneecaps. Wallace turns and says a word towards the home plate umpire, who then is talking over to the Menlo College dugout. Some communication being issued over in that direction. Soto again from the windup. Here's the 0-1 pitch, a curveball, kind of Barry Zito-esque as it stays high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, Soto doesn't nearly have the frame that Barry Zito had, but certainly the same type of breaking ball. 1-1 pitch on the way. That's a called strike at the belt. Looked like Soto had a lot of horizontal movement on that pitch. Not sure if you'd call it a 2-seam fastball or the changeup. There's not a big velocity difference between the two. But regardless, it's 1-2 on Justin Wallace. And Soto goes from the windup and delivers a 1-2 slider down and in. And what a stop by Bobby Meade, sliding towards the back foot of Justin Wallace, able to corral that one. Boy, Bobby Meade was working so hard yesterday behind the dish in both games of the doubleheader. earning his keep behind the dish. 2-2 from the windup, and the pitch misses down low, bounces off of his chest protector, so the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. An 8-pitch first inning for Soto. This next pitch will be number 27 of this second inning. Left-hander on the mound from the center, goes from the windup. Everybody's in motion. Here comes the pitch. It's swung on and missed by Justin Wallace, and he chased ball 4. It was off the plate, and that will retire the side. The Oaks leave them loaded in the bottom of the second. We go to the third. It's 4-0 Hawks. Bottom of the third inning, it's 4-0. San Diego Christian out in front. Nick Adgar takes a fastball that misses outside to begin the inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Leo Soto back to work for San Diego Christian. Escaped a bases-loaded jam in the second. Changeup floats up and away, 2-0. The problem for him in that inning was really self-inflicted wounds. He walked 3 batters in that inning. The Oaks did not get a base hit to load up the bases. 2-0 pitch, Adgar takes a healthy hack and comes up empty, well out in front on what looked like a changeup from Soto. 2 balls and 1 strike. Adgar with a single in the first inning. He has been on base in every game he's played in this season. That one is fouled off to the right side, and the count goes to 3-2. That is now a 25-game on-base streak. Two balls and 2 strikes, I beg your pardon, is the count. And that one is fouled back to the screen. From the windup goes Soto, and the pitch is down and in, ball 3. Three-two pitch. Adgar pops it up foul, and it goes straight back. That one almost getting near, not anywhere close to the Grillzilla's food truck. I can't see because of the fabricated tarp that is above us. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to stick to that. It's not an awning. Some people might disagree. 3-2, Adgar fouls it back again. I mean, because the way I know it, it was a debate between is this a tarp or is this an awning? And as far as I know, an awning has to be retractable, or at least that's what I know. I think. I could be wrong. 3-2 pitch is down low, ball 4. Adgar with a walk, and the Oaks now have 4 walks in the last inning plus. I think back to the family days vacationing at Lake San Antonio in our trailer, hook up to the back of the Chevy, and it's an old thing, let's put it that way. It was my grandparents back when they would drive all around the country. And it had an awning, and it was retractable, obviously. Okay, here we go. Oh, canopy could be what this is called. Let's see what the Google definition is as Joe Gillette takes the first pitch for a called strike. The most important difference between awnings and canopies is the way that people use them. Well, that's great. Awnings are either mounted above an outside window or patio, while canopies are freestanding. The 0-1 pitch is lined down the left field line, and it goes foul. So this would be a canopy, right? But is it mounted? Would you consider this a mount job? But I don't accept that it's an awning. It's a tarp. 0-2 pitch. Gillette lines one into left center field, and it gets down for a base hit. Adgar's around second base. The ball briefly bobbled. Here comes Gillette into second. He's in there with a slide. Joe Gillette was thinking two all the way out of the box, hustles into second base with a double, and the Oaks are very much alive here in the bottom of the third with second and third and nobody out. Gillette got a pitch down the middle. He was behind in the count, but he didn't miss. And he puts the Oaks in a great spot with Mason Allen up, and Allen has really started to become more of an RBI guy. He's been hitting the ball very well. The average for Allen is up to 316. 2 homers and 5 RBIs, but he hasn't had many chances. One hopper to first base, fielded by Larson. He'll take it to the bag himself. Everybody else moves up, which means Nick Adgar comes in, and that RBI total for Mason Allen will move up to 6. RBI ground out for Allen, and the Oaks are on the board. It's 4-1 here in the third. So before I could even get into some of the numbers on Mason Allen and how he's been performing, he goes 1 pitch, 1 out, but he does drive in a run. Important for the Oaks, and now Gillette is just 90 feet away. He can still score on and out as Justin Bruce is up. And the infielders, of course, they are playing back. First pitch is on the outside corner. It's in there for a strike. Justin Bruce this season has 13 RBIs. He walked back in the second inning. 0-1 pitch is grounded up the middle. Diving stop by Morales. Rolls over and doesn't have a play. That'll be an RBI single for Justin Bruce as Joe Gillette comes in to score. And it's now 4-2. The Oaks having cut the lead in half here in the third. A great effort by Morales back by second base. He had to dive towards the bag to make the play. He got it on the dive and then tried to kind of perform a barrel roll to get momentum to get onto his feet, and by the time he was able to roll over, his legs couldn't pop him up in the air. Alexander Thompson is up, and he takes the first pitch on the inside corner for a strike 0-1. So the Oaks finally on the scoreboard here in the third, and they're looking for more. Alexander Thompson, a fly out to center field, is only at bat so far. Got it off the end of the bat, but still struck it fairly well just towards the left of center. Thompson wants a little bit extra time. He will be granted so. Bruce taking one step back at first, bluffs, and the pitch is on the inside corner. That's another strike. Thompson didn't look like he agreed with it, but that one looked like it was right on the inside corner. So the count 0-2 here on the Oaks designated hitter. It's 4-2 in the bottom of the third. 1 out, 1 on. Fastball, lined, foul down the right field line. Target was sent up away. Soto was kind of shaking his head because he definitely missed location. That pitch came right back towards the center of the plate. Thompson's eyes got as big as saucers. He was ready to take a healthy rip at that one. Count stays 0-2 with Bruce at first and Donnie Bendo in the on-deck circle for the Oaks. The high hold by Soto. Slide step of the pitch. Slider swung on and missed. Buried it down in the strike zone. And Thompson goes chasing for out number 2. Third strikeout of the game by Leo Soto. He's been able to induce those strikeouts really not so much because of velocity or not even really necessarily because of command, but just because he's been mixing up his pitches so well. Got Gillette on a changeup, Thompson on a slider, and Wallace on a fastball. Bendo swings at the first pitch, pops one up, shallow right field. Tough play for Yasuda. Long run. Schindle's over there as well, and Schindle makes the catch just a few paces before going on to the infield dirt. to retire the side. But the Oaks get a couple of runs. RBI ground out by Mason Allen and an RBI single by Justin Bruce. We have played 33% of this baseball game. It's 4-2. Menlo College is trailing as we head to the fourth. Bryce Foster is up first against Leo Soto, and the first pitch is a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. The Oaks are now down 8-2 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Soto, 54 pitches through his first 3 innings of work. Foster swings and misses at a pitch bearing down and away. That was a great changeup thrown and a perfect time to pull the string. 0-2 on Foster, who's 0 for 1, bounced into a fielder's choice, his only at bat so far. Here's the windup by Soto, and the pitch is a slider, golfed at, line down the left field line, hooking towards the corner, and it goes just foul. Bryce Foster certainly has home run distance. He's got 3 home runs this year and 18 RBIs. But that one still wouldn't have gotten out anyways as it landed over in the bullpen area, but he went down and got that slider by Soto. We've seen 4 different pitches from Leo Soto here today, but really it's been the slider that's been his best breaking ball. We haven't seen the curveball too much. Another 0-2 pitch to Foster is hit high in the air down the right field line, though this one should be playable for Schindel. And he's got it for out number 1. I'll bring up Steven Chipman in the 9th spot for Menlo College. Chipman walked in the 2nd inning. His only plate appearance so far. Time is now issued, and Coach Carrion has come out to have a discussion with the home plate umpire. Now, I don't see any substitution anywhere on the field. Chipman is at the plate. On deck is Justin Wallace, and not quite sure what that brief chat was about. Going back to the dugout is Coach Carrion, and back to the home plate area is the home plate umpire. So all that for seemingly nothing, at least from our end. 1 out, and Steven Chipman will hit. From the windup goes Leo Soto, and the first pitch misses just a touch outside on a good 2-seam fastball. That's the spot you want to keep it if you are Leo Soto. Down in the zone and away, and he's done a nice job of pitching. That was lined into the glove of Leo Soto. Look what I found. It goes right back to him, and he makes the catch. Fortunately for him, where his glove was on his right hand, all he had to do was just open the webbing to make sure he caught that ball. Never had to move the glove at all. It was just coming right back for him, and his corner infielders go over to check him out, and Caden Barnes kind of looked on his backside. I don't know what that was all about. Almost like, hey, you got any dirt on you? No, you're good. All right, let's go. So Justin Wallace is up now with 2 down in the inning. Wallace is hitless today, and the first pitch to him is an overhand curveball that drops in there for a called strike. Menlo fans are not happy with that call. They're saying not consistent, though that one did look like a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's down and in, bounces away from Bobby Meade. Count evens up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Oaks have been in this situation a lot of times before. 1-1 pitch to Wallace. Fastball that misses inside. Now we go to 2-1. They're no strangers to having to play from behind, and more times than not, they've been able to battle back and make every single contest a very close one. Here's the 2-1. That's down and in to Justin Wallace. And the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Nick Adgar is waiting on deck for the Oaks. Outfielders are deep all the way across the board. Here's the 3-1 pitch by Soto, and it's shot through the whole left side for a base hit. And Justin Wallace now has an 18-game hitting streak. "19-game hitting streak, I beg your pardon. It was at 18. He extends it with that base knock through the whole left side. So, Adgar is aboard. He's now 1 for 3, and that will bring up... Wallace is aboard. Adgar is up. There we go. Straighten it out. It's still 8-2. Bottom of the 4th, 2 outs. Adgar's 1 for 1. Soto delivers. First pitch popped up. Right side of the infield, slicing towards the dugout. Larson is over near the on-deck circle. Goes down to a knee, and he makes the catch right by the opening. Now, the Oaks are saying the ball hit off the net. The home plate umpire, I don't think, saw that. I certainly don't have a view with the protected canopy that we have above us, or the fabricated tarp. But regardless, the inning is over, and nobody's happy on the Menlo College side. We head to the 5th inning. It's 8-2 Hawks. The old slugger leads us off in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Joe Gillette who makes his way to the dish for the Oaks. They are down 8-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Brian Brownfield with you for game number 3 of the series. And the first pitch to Gillette is hit high in the air to medium-deep right field. Schindel a few steps back. Now he takes those few steps right back in, and he makes the catch for a 1-pitch, 1 out to begin this inning. Now just 67 pitches in the ballgame so far for Soto. He has been very effective when he's been throwing strikes, and that has been the key for him. He had that one rough patch in the 2nd inning that carried over into the 3rd. He walked the bases loaded in the 2nd, and his 4th walk led off the 3rd. But he has settled down nicely. First pitch to Mason Allen. Misses down low with a curveball, 1 ball, no strikes. Allen rips one through the whole left side. That's a base hit. So Mason Allen will continue to swing a hot bat, and the Oaks will immediately bring in the courtesy runner for their catcher. It'll be William Tipton, who will run over at first base. Tipton, the courtesy runner extraordinaire, basically for the Oaks catchers. That's kind of how they've used him so far this season. Doesn't have any official at-bats, but he gets on base. He's a speedster, and he scores a lot. So he's aboard, is Tipton after the Allen base hit. And Justin Bruce takes a first pitch fastball that misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Bruce has been aboard twice. He walked in the 2nd and drove home a run in the 3rd on an RBI single. 1-0 pitch. Outside, it's 2-0. It was an unconventional RBI single for Justin Bruce. Sliding play made by the shortstop Mario Morales, but he couldn't get up in time to even let go a throw. So he had to eat it, and it drove home Joe Gillette back in the 3rd inning when the Oaks got their 2 runs. Inside corner for a strike. It's 2-1. The Oaks know they need to string together a bevy of base hits, base runners, however they can do it here to get back in this game as Bruce fouls one back off the screen. Again, you look at the way the Oaks have played in their games this season, they don't oftentimes get blown out. They're in a lot of close contests. I mean, the series up in Jessup, you had a couple of 5-run losses, but those games were really closer than the score indicates. 2-2 pitch, change up, timed up into right center field. Schindel, the long run. He dives, he falls, and he can't make the catch. Tipton is up to third base. Bruce slides into second. The throw comes in by Culp. It's not in time. Bruce slides in with a double, and Tipton goes up to third. So maybe that's how the Oaks can get some offensive life. Justin Bruce is aboard for the third time in the ballgame. And the Oaks now have runners at second and third with one out for Alexander Thompson. Well, I was saying, those games where the Oaks lost by 5 to the Warriors, they gave up some late runs to make the score a 5-run game. Then they lost by 3 in the finale. Had a couple of losses by 2 runs or fewer to Westmont. A couple of 1-run games against the Masters. They've been in virtually every game they've played this year as Thompson slaps one foul off the screen to the right side. So if the Oaks do start to mount some offensive pressure here in the back half of this game, I wouldn't be surprised. Infield is back for San Diego Christian. The 0-1 pitch to Thompson misses down low. It's 1-1. Thompson hitless today, 0 for 2. Fly out to center field and a strikeout swinging. And his only 2 at-bats so far. Soto delivers. Change up. Hit high in the air to right field and hit pretty well. Schindel's going back as he gets into a back pedal, makes the catch. Tipton tags, so too does Bruce. Throw is cut off by Yasuda, the second baseman, and that's a sacrifice fly for Alexander Thompson. Gets the Oaks 1 run closer here in the 5th inning. It's now 8-3. Now 2 outs in the inning for Donnie Bendo, and Bendo has really thrived in these kind of spots this season. First pitch, curveball, wraps around the outside corner, and that's a called strike. Bendo will walk and a fly out today. He is 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Golfs one, right center field. Culp on the run into the alley, and he's got it in front of the 370 sign. Bendo gives it a ride to right center, but it goes all for naught. Sacrifice fly by Alexander Thompson. We head to the 6th inning. It's 8-3 Hawks. Bryce Foster takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Leo Soto back to work. And another pitch missing outside by Bryce Foster makes it 2 balls and no strikes. The Oaks go 8-9-1 here in the 6th. Foster, Chipman, and Wallace called strike on the inside corner, making it 2-1. Bryce Foster today is 0 for 2. A fielder's choice bounce out and a fly out to right. 2-1 pitch is down low in the dirt. And the count goes to 3-1. Soto hasn't walked anybody since the first batter of the 3rd inning. Nick Adgar walked. He does have 4 walks allowed in this game, but again, they all came early. 3-1. Foster takes inside corner for a strike. He's done a really nice job of settling in. 84 pitches so far in this one. And really hasn't been in a whole lot of trouble. 3-2 pitch. Misses inside. Foster almost looked like he was leaning into it a little bit with his front thigh. But he'll work a walk, and that's the 5th walk issued by Soto in this game. Certainly, if you're the Hawks, you'd love to get him through at least this inning as time is called. And we'll see him meeting at the mound as pitching coach Mike Spears goes out for the Hawks. An interesting note on Mike Spears. He hasn't been coaching here too long with San Diego Christian, but he's been a San Diego guy for really his entire life. He spent 13 years working in law enforcement down in the San Diego area, 6 years as a sheriff, 7 years as an officer. And he actually has a California Medal of Valor, or part of his service with the police department down in the San Diego area. He earned that in 2012. He and a partner of his earning it for responding to an incident and protecting some fellow officers and civilians in the process. Man on first base, nobody out here for Steven Chipman. Soto delivers, and that ball's crushed into left center field, and it will get down for a base hit. Foster lumbers around second base. The ball takes a funky carom off the wall in left center field, but Culp fires it back in, and Chipman is up to second base with a double. That's just the 3rd hit of the year for Steven Chipman. It's his 2nd double, and the Oaks have runners at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. Back to the top of the order. So the California Medal of Valor is a California law enforcement's highest honor that they issue. And it is given out for acts of heroism above and beyond the call of duty. That's the official definition for it. Justin Wallace takes the first pitch breaking ball that misses outside. But after he retired from law enforcement a couple of years ago, he opened up a CrossFit gym in San Diego. 1-0 pitch by Soto is slashed, foul to the right side, back out of play. He works with baseball teams in the area, trains them down at their facilities, not only to get into better physical shape, but also to learn about arm care. Soto deals a 1-1. Off-speed lined into a diving glove of the second baseman, Sebastian Yasuda. Oh, mercy, what a play by Yasuda. He comes up a little bit slow. He must have landed awkwardly on that shoulder or perhaps the hip. But goodness gracious, Justin Wallace is robbed of a base hit that probably would have scored 2 runs up the middle. What a catch by Yasuda, diving near second base to make the play. Brian Schrader comes out now, and that will mark the end of the day for Leo Soto, but he goes 5 1/3, exits with 2 runners aboard. We'll have the pitching change for you when we come back.